Tom Brady and Larry Hagman from I Dream of Jeannie.
Julian, watch out. I'm still coming for you. You're getting older and I'm staying the same age. Oh, he really is. I mean, just look at it.
You're getting older and I'm staying the same age. Larry Hagman from the 70s show I Dream of Jeannie, Tom Brady. Alexander Majors, who was born in the 1800s, Travis Kelce, the guy from the 1800s, and Joe Namath, and John Travolta, the guy from the 1800s, and my buddy Aaron Rodgers. Oh, in the 1800s, and then Herman Munster from the 60s, and Herman Munster, and my buddy Aaron Rodgers. Take it way back. And I'm not just talking the 60s when Namath played. Namath played. Hey, nice butt chin. And I'm not even talking 1814 when Alexander Majors was born. Alexander Majors, who founded the Pony Express in the exact same town that the Kansas City Chiefs practice in the summer. Oh, and they just happen to have the exact same scar. No, I'm talking way, way back. I'm talking like 3,000 years ago when Egyptian god Amun-Ra was around. You know, Amun-Ra, the sun god. You know, there's a player in the NFL with the name Sun God. Sure, it's just because his name is Amun-Ra. And sure, he just happens to look so much like the 3,000-year-old statue from coincidence. And the cool thing about these statues is they made them oh so accurate. Look at that hole in his face. See it on the statue? Kind of like that exact one right there. See how it's just off center of the nose? How interesting. Just last night I noticed something interesting about this new fellow on the scene. New Bo Nix. Couldn't help but recognize that goofy little smile. Kind of reminded me of Spicoli. You know, Sean Penn. But let's hear what they have to say about it.
So that was just something as simple as he asked me what happened on a play. I told him. I turned. He couldn't quite hear. Turned back and told him again.
I've been thinking about this, Mr. Hand. If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
Something as simple as he asked me what happened on a play. I told him.
And well, if you know anything about what I do next, I check the wives, and boy, did they sure look similar. Look at those noses. They're exact. The smile's exact. And well, they don't look the same here, but they're shapeshifters. I thought they seemed to fit pretty nicely there. And they both have a very similar scar right here. See that? Kind of looks like if it had a little bit more time to heal in the same spot. Oh, but there's a much better one. I couldn't help but notice this marking here. It almost looks like a 3. You see it right here? 3. Right here. And it curves and it curves. Do you see that? There's a 3 there. Maybe a B, but kind of looks like a 3. And couldn't help but also notice it right here on Bo Nix's head. See that 3 there? Let me move over. 3. Kind of like the 3 right there in the exact same spot. And look, the hair even does the same thing. And when you push them together, there's a 3 and a 3, kind of like their favorite number, because a third of the angels are here, my friends. And the third is 0.333 repeating. But of course, all this for entertainment purposes. I don't really think there's a bunch of false god, fallen angels running around here getting us to worship them in politics, sports, music, and Hollywood. That's Akhenaten from thousands of years ago. An Egyptian pharaoh. Entertainment only, my friends. They're shapeshifters. Have a lovely day.